Welcome in everybody to the KC Sports Report. I'm your host Michael Darcy, and today I'm joined by Michael Hebner, and we're going to break down if Patrick Mahomes needs surgery to repair his knee. Chiefs Kingdom, we have a very interesting video topic for today. Should Patrick Mahomes consider getting an off-season knee surgery to repair that dislocated knee? Because Chiefs Kingdom, I'm not a doctor, but I kind of think he should. I've seen a lot of reports from former players that have been through that kind of injury that say that it is excruciatingly painful to play on a kneecap like that, and it would be a good idea to take the time and make sure that kneecap doesn't get any worse. And so I think that an off-season surgery would benefit Patrick Mahomes greatly because, we need to see him in the future in the next 5 to 10 to 15 years because this Chiefs team is going to be the next dynasty if he's on the field. So, Michael, what do you think? Should he go through that knee surgery or should he just basically get it off his feet and hopefully it'll heal, I guess?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he should get it unless it's necessary. If he needs it to play, then of course, by all means, get it. But if it's one of those things where it's like, unless you aren't healing within a certain amount of time and you don't feel 100%, you need the surgery to feel better, then, get the surgery.
See, the thing is if Patrick Mahomes comes back this year, he's not going to be at 100%, and I know that. But a 75% Patrick Mahomes is better than most of the quarterbacks in the NFL. So I'm not really worried there, but the fact that with just that surgery, he could be back to 90 to 95% or even 100% Patrick Mahomes, it's worth it. Patrick Mahomes could be even better than he was this year if that kneecap won't fail him. So I think that I'm not just out here saying you should get a surgery because this and this. I think that he would physically benefit from that due to the fact that he really dislocated that knee on a fluke injury. That should not have happened. And I think that most of Chiefs Kingdom will agree with me that we want to see Patrick Mahomes in a Chiefs uniform for the next 10 years. And I think that putting him up in a position to succeed is very important. And I think that part of this along the journey is getting that knee surgery because guess what? Chris Carter said it. You need to basically just weather the storm and take those bumps in the road on your path to becoming elite. And Patrick Mahomes is much farther on that road to becoming elite, but getting that knee surgery and becoming 100% again is very important to Patrick Mahomes and this Kansas City Chiefs team in the future.
Yeah, I think it's a little too early to determine whether he needs it or not. We got to wait until time passes. So I don't think it can be really made until the offseason. But even then, I don't even know if we should. It's all a matter of what makes him more physically comfortable and able to perform at a top-notch level.
Yeah, but we saw it earlier this offseason with Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce got a foot surgery to repair things in that ankle. So, stuff with receivers' legs and knees and ankles, that's part of football. When you're a giant football player and you're a hard guy to take down, they're going to hit you at your ankles and your legs. So
you have to think they're going to be using those parts. You got to think about what part of their body is being used the most. Receivers and tight ends are, running all the time, or even running backs. Like when a running back gets 2 knee surgeries, Jamaal Charles is a perfect example. Generally, it'll end your career because you need your legs to run. But
that's a little different. That is very different. Jamaal Charles, it was, I believe, ACL tears that they had to repair. That's not Patrick Mahomes. The thing that I believe...
Then, it's a matter of position and what you use. Because quarterbacks use their arm. And Patrick Mahomes, the reason he's so good is all of his throwing angles. It's his arm. It's how well he throws the ball. It's not how fast he runs. Sure, that's a part of him. But, we've seen him the last few games when he can't run, and he still is game-changing.
If that happened to Lamar Jackson, he's done for. But the thing is if Patrick Mahomes went through and got that knee surgery, I basically, and I'm not a doctor, again, so, don't really trust what I say, but I think that if he did get that knee surgery, it would basically be to strengthen up that knee and make it harder for it to dislocate and possibly even shatter. Because, if Patrick Mahomes, he's going to come back this season, but when he does come back, the likelihood of him being in a brace is very high. Because, once you dislocate a knee, it's got a very good chance of either dislocating or breaking. So the fact that that is a very high risk and possibility of happening is, in my opinion, enough reason for him to go through with a surgery if the doctors and he agrees that it's the right option for himself and his family. Because, I mean, again, I just think that Patrick Mahomes needs to be on this Chiefs team for the next 5 to 10 years, and more towards the 10 years than the 5, because, I mean, without Patrick Mahomes, this Chiefs team is the worst team in the AFC, easily. I mean, look at what happened before Patrick Mahomes came. We made the playoffs a lot, but we were never able to get over the hump in the playoffs. So, I mean, whatever helps Patrick Mahomes play at that elite level again is what I'm for. So, I mean, I'm not necessarily like, you got to get this surgery now and A and D, but you just got to do what's right for him and what is right to get him back to playing at that 100% mark.
Yeah, so I don't really know if he should get it or not. Like you said, it comes down to him and his family making a decision and what's best for him. But, I mean, I don't know. What's your opinion on whose fault it is? I mean, I've seen a lot of people, kind of blame Andy Reid and go, why would you already put your already injured quarterback in a position to hurt himself?
I am with a lot of those guys. It is a fluke injury. I'm not denying that. But for Andy Reid to run a quarterback sneak when your ankle is already injured, it just wasn't the smartest move. I'm not mad at him because, I mean, injuries happen in the NFL. That's a fact. You can't not avoid that. But, I mean, Andy Reid put Patrick Mahomes in an unnecessary risk. I mean, we are up, by what, 10 points, and it's the 7th game of the season in a meaningful game, or in a meaningless game, rather. I mean, that was just kind of dumb. There was no point in going for it on 4th and 1 with your already banged up quarterback to gain 1 yard in a meaningless game. So, in my opinion, it wasn't the smartest move, but I don't blame Andy Reid because, again, injuries happen, and, I mean, he didn't go out and step on his ankle at all. I mean, if his ankle got injured, we'd have a different story, but the fact that it was a fluke injury, you really just can't do anything about it.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that it is his fault in the sense that he called the play. I mean, when you have someone like Sherman or even like McCoy was running pretty great that game.
Yeah, I mean, give it to your fullback, dude. I mean,
yeah,
literally, all you got to do is hand it off to Sherman. He's diving over the line of scrimmage, and he's getting that yard. So I don't think that Patrick Mahomes necessarily had to be in that situation if they just handed the ball off. So I agree with you there, but it really wasn't a play that got me too upset. I mean, if they had him do something outrageous like literally run the ball himself and he just got hit like helmet to helmet, I would be furious because that's just a dumb play call. But the fact that it was a safe play that he just happened to get injured on, I mean, you really just can't get mad. I mean, we can get mad that he's not playing, but you cannot get mad at Andy Reid in this situation. It was just an unfortunate play where an injury occurred. I mean, that's just the NFL in a nutshell. But I'm not going to blame Andy Reid. I'm going to blame Patrick Mahomes just for getting injured, which, I mean, he's not really to blame, but, I mean, things just happen. So hopefully he can get better soon, and I think that, I mean, he's going to be better after this, for sure. So that's our take. We believe that Patrick Mahomes should get the knee surgery if it means that he's going to have more mobility and he can play in the NFL for the next 10 to 15 years. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you guys like these videos and want to support me, go click the link in the description and go support me on my Patreon. I would more than appreciate it. Thank you to Michael Hebner for joining me in this episode. Thank you, everybody, for listening to the KC Sports Report by Michael Darcy.